Guys, Marcus with YGOPro here. Uh, I'm not gonna do an in-depth discussion about the ban list. I'll put up the things here when I get to editing this. Uh, I want to thank the ban list for taking me out of momentary retirement and making me do a video, which I haven't been doing in a long time. I've been out to locals. I've been out actually taking first in the past 6 tournaments I've been to before the ban list dropped. Thankfully, the deck hasn't changed that much, and I've already done testing before I got off work, and right after I get home and edit this video. And pretty much the playstyle of the deck hasn't changed, really. Like, Mermaid, it only stops just giving them Ibly, but I can still do the Orcust combo because I play Foolish, and I play Dangers, and I play all the fun things that make this deck really great. It's just, even without the Magician's Souls that's coming in January, this stuff, like this deck is just so fun and so great, and it's actually really cheap too. Aside from the extra deck, we'll get to that later. Like if you like the video, if you like the deck, you can pick it up, try it yourself. Send me suggestions, send me hate mail, send me whatever you want. Like any and all support is greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Thanks for watching, guys. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Sorry for that slight shake. Starting off with 2 copies of SPYRAL Super Agent and our 1 copy of SPYRAL Tough for the normal summon that's also treated as Agent. You can't really play 3 of the Super Agents because his summon is at hard ones per turn. So that's why I do want to play Tough, although if I did have an option like more Dangers, I would definitely play the Dangers over Tough. 2 copies of SPYRAL Master Plan. She's so good, but she's so dead in your hand if you open her. Like, it's not fun opening her unless you have a Danger or unless you have a way to get rid of her into the graveyard, or until January we get Magician's Souls. Regardless. What she does, in case a lot of you don't know, is if she's on the field, she can search for a SPYRAL mission, which I play 4 of. I play 3 Rescue and 1 Assault. And if she's sent field to graveyard for any means, like a Link Summon, Ritual, Destroy at Battle, fucking Fusion, whatever, she searches for the SPYRAL Resort field spell and 1 SPYRAL Monster, which I usually search for Sleeper, so that way I don't have to draw him later. Speaking of 1 copy of Sleeper, he is the quote-unquote boss monster of this deck. He has to be summoned by banishing 3 SPYRAL cards from your graveyard, so it can be the dead Big Reds, Master Plan dead, Tough dead, Agent dead, anything that's dead, it's fine. He can target himself, or any SPYRAL card rather, and 2 SPYRAL cards on the field. He can target himself and 2 other cards your opponent controls, destroy all 3, but you usually equip him with Last Resort, so that way he can't die by card effects or by battle. So it's a nice little fun interaction. And we have the 1 Spiral Gear Drone, 1 Quick Fix. I was really hoping these came to 2, or at least in the OCG how they have Drone at 3 at the ban list. I was really hoping that happened for us, but since it didn't, I just got to play with it as it is. Broken Drone, stacking your deck in any order that you choose. Stacking your opponent's deck, rather. And Quick Fix, searching for Spiral Gears, not once per turn. Summon him from the graveyard while you have Super Agent or Double Helix or Tough on the field, because they are all treated as Super Agent, by discarding 1 card. Discard Dangers, discard Rescue Missions, discard Plans, discard anything, discard Orcust cards, because I'm still playing the Orcust combo. And the last SPYRAL card that we are playing in the monster lineup is the SPYRAL Gear Last Resort. You equip this to a SPYRAL, it cannot be destroyed, battle, card effects, and you can send another card you control to the graveyard to have the equipped monster attack directly. So I'll usually equip that to Sleeper. Just it's so fun just having this destructive combo here, because they can't get over it unless they kaiju it or unless they spin it from the field with Unicorn. But then you have the field spell up, so they can't target you. This deck is so fun and versatile. It just can do so many things while also putting up enough to deal with your opponent. For the Danger lineup, 2 copies of Danger Jackrabbit, or Jackalope rather. 2 copies of Little Sneck Tsuchinoko. And 2 copies of Danger Nessie. Standard 2 ofs. Wish they were 3 of. What couldn't be? They're too broken. They're too broken. 1 ofs. Mothman, Ogopogo, Chupacabra. I was considering playing Bigfoot and Thunderbird, but I also don't want to be able to open like a lot of dangers and not enough spiral cards. So that is why I'm only playing this number. This combo, the Ogopogo and Chupacabra combo, is actually really fun. Because Ogopogo, when he's discarded, he sends a danger from your deck to graveyard. And Chupacabra, he special summons dangers out of your graveyard. So he's the opposite of Jackalope. And I might consider playing more of him, as a matter of fact, of Jackalope. Not Jackalope, Chupacabra. I apologize. Just got off work. My brain is not the best as it could be right now. Honestly, Orcust lineup. We are still playing this even though Mermaid got banned. Which is 1 Orcust Nightmare, 1 Harp Horror, 1 Symbol, usual small engine. Doesn't need to be really explained that much. Onto the spell cards. 2 copies of Spiral Gear Big Red. This is the premature burial of the deck. You can target 1 Spiral in your graveyard, special summon it, and it can't be destroyed by battle while it's equipped with it. It does not make the monster that it's equipped to leave the field or be destroyed when it dies. So you can like MST this or send this with Last Resort, and the monster that you summon will still stay there. Resort. Once per turn, search a Spiral monster. Your opponent can't target other Spirals you control card effects. And during the end phase, pay maintenance by keeping a Spiral on by shuffling a monster from your graveyard into your main deck or destroy it. Really simple, really easy. Doesn't have to shuffle back Spirals. It can shuffle back Dangers, Orcusts, Hand Traps in game 2 and 3. It's really, really fun. And last but not least, 1 copy of Spiral Mission Assault. You won't really have this on the board most of the time. You'll just use it for a graveyard effect, which is to special summon a Spiral from your hand. But in case you do have it on the field, it dies after your 3rd end phase after activating it, which is fine. If a Spiral monster destroys your opponent's card by battle card effect, you draw 1 card. And that effect does apply on either player's turn. For the non-Spiral spells, which I do play a lot of actually, all the 1-ofs, Rhoda, Foolish, 1 for 1, Monster Reborn, Terraforming, and Foolish Burial Goods. You send this if you don't open Master Plan or if you want to be able to reach a mission to bring back like a double Helix in graveyard. You also do a lot of like Foolish Burial stuff now. Like I used to be able to do dump Quick Fix to reborn it with Agent by its own effect, but now I have to dump the Orcust cards if I don't open them because Mermaid's banned and couldn't be me. 3 copies of Called by the Grave, just to stop the hand trap, stop Ash. Like really, the only things I'm scared of in this deck are Ash and Ogre. But then again, I can just play through Ash. Lancia doesn't stop me. Someone actually in the tournament I played on Monday, I had to look at him because he Lancia'd me, and then not the Call by Grave came up. Like Call by Grave came up for the for Ghost Ogre, but I just want to mention that he Lancia'd me, and then he proceeded to have invoked Mechaba on the field. It didn't work out quite well for him because Mechaba couldn't negate anything, and Quick Fix isn't once per turn in the graveyard, so I could just keep looping Quick Fix. Shout out to Aaron, if you're watching. Oh, man. 2 copies of Where Art Thou? If you have a level 1 on the field, you can search for a level 1 monster. If you don't normal summon or set a monster with the same name or that exact monster, take 2,000 at the end phase. Most of the time, that doesn't really matter. Like, who cares about life points anyway, as long as we don't hit 0. And the last 4 cards in the deck, which are traps. 3 copies of Spiral Mission Rescue. This is such a good card. So good, so broken. On field, it can add a Spiral monster from graveyard to your hand, so it can add back the sleeper that you had to discard off a danger. It can add back your Super Agent, your Quick Fix if need be. But the important thing is that you banish it from the graveyard to special summon a Spiral from your graveyard. This is not once per turn. None of the mission effects are once per turn, and that is what I find really dumb and broken and abusable about this card right here. Last but not least, 1 Orcust Crescendo. It's still a free negate. It's still very free. It's still very easy to set up. Onto the extra deck. We play 1 copy of Spiral Double Helix. He is fine at 1. 2 is a bit unnecessary. It clogs the extra deck too much, and the extra deck is really tight as it is. If you don't know what he does, his name is treated as Super Agent while he's on the field or in the graveyard. You can call the top card of your opponent's deck if you stacked it with like Drone or something. It'll be really easy. You call Monster Spell a Trap, and if it's the one that you pick, you can special summon or add to your hand a Spiral monster from your deck or graveyard. So if you special summon it, it goes to the zone that he points to, which is either left or down. And you usually summon Master Plan, but if you already have Master Plan on the field, you can summon Quick Fix. And it's just, this is such a broken extender, it's such a good starter. This just opens up all of your really dumb interactive combos. We play the Nightmare package. Well, no, minus the Mermaid. We play 1 Griffin, 1 Unicorn, 1 Cerberus, and 1 Phoenix. Yeah, I know Mermaid's still banned, but I still like playing these because they're so, like, there's such easy utility, and just dropping cards from your hand is really fun. And Griffin, I use this to set back all the one-ofs, or like the Call by Graves I discard off or mill off of Curious, which I also do play a copy of. Like, going into all of these is hilarious, and going into Curious and then Griffin to basically set whatever I need makes it even more dumb. For our big boys, we got 1 Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess, 1 Mekk-Knight Crusadia Abramax, 1 Borolo Dragon, 1 Boral Sword Dragon. Oh man, so many big beaters. For those of you who don't know, Appaloosa negates monster effects by decreasing her attack by 800, and she gains 800 attack as her original attack times the number of monsters you use for her Link summon. She's Link 4, so if you use 3, you get 2400, which I normally use. I don't really need to worry about going into 4. This is mainly to stop Nibiru once they drop it on me, because getting Nibiru on my board is not fun at all. I recently put Abramax in. I was debating on taking out Linkuriboh for it, which I also do play now, just in case I open up any any undesirable situations, like just Quick Fix and a bunch of bricks. This just helps. But now it's like Abramax is so necessary because it protects the end board. And the end board will usually be Appaloosa, Griffin under it, and then Abramax pointing to it, so that way they can't attack Appaloosa, they have to attack Abramax. Last combo card we play is Sylvan Princess Sprite. So what she does is she requires slow ones. You can detach a material from her, excavate the top card of your deck. If it's a monster, it goes to the graveyard. Conversely, if it's a spell or trap, you add it to your hand. So the fact that you can just excavate, mill your monsters, mill your Orcust combo cards is dumb, and it shouldn't be fair, but it is. You can also add your important one-ofs, like your Rhodas, or your 1-for-1s, or your War Arthals, or anything really. And last but not least, just to round off this profile, we have the Orcust combo. 2 Galatea, the Orcust Automaton, and 1 Dingirsu, the Orcust of the Evening Star. This is still really easy to go into, even without Mermaid. Sometimes I don't even really use Mermaid. Sometimes I just use Mermaid to flex and give them Ibly, but now I can't do that anymore, which is tough. Both of these, I actually found out, do not have to cycle back Orcust cards. You can cycle back any machines that are banished. So you can send back your banished Spiral Quick Fixes or your banished Spiral Drones to use their effects and attach them conversely with Dingirsu. It's really dumb. It's really, really dumb, and I love it. Like, this deck overall, it's something so great. Like, it didn't really get touched by the ban list. It can still play through it. And if this deck gets more, like, indirect support, like, the Magician Soul's coming in January, I will still play it until my dying breath. I absolutely love this deck. I've been playing it for a really long time. Like, if you guys can remember, back in 2016, 2017, when I was playing this deck, this tier 1 deck, back when Double Helix came out. Anyway, guys, that wraps it up for this deck profile. If you like what you saw, comment, subscribe, share it around. I love meeting new people. If you can find me at regionals, or not regionals, well, yeah, regionals, or any of your locals that you know of, do feel free to just hit me up, tell me my video was great, tell me my video sucks, tell me I suck. But yeah, it's really fun, guys. Try this deck out. Let me know what your thoughts are on it, and get back to me. I like feedback. Thanks for watching, guys.